Hi everybody, it's Kiara. Let me just adjust this a little bit. It is Sunday, May 31st. You'll see this on Monday, June 1st. My name's Kiara. I am a New Yorker who lives in Northwest Arkansas. This is my weekly Quilty update. If you remember, I had this list and I had a couple things I wanted to get done by May 31st. Well, I went off on a tangent. I had wanted to finish my house quilt, which I did. I can't remember if I showed it to you. I think I did show you. If not, I'll put a picture at the end. I have the backing and that one's all ready to quilt. Let me actually see. I can tell you. I could tell you. Yes, because I showed you that. I finished it last Saturday. And then I showed you block 9 of Socialites last week. But I didn't show you, and I can show it to you now. I finished this last week. This is block 2 of the spooled quilt along. That's in the Sew Sampler box. And here is block 2. There's block 1, this is block 2, and I'm gonna put this up there in a little bit. Then I worked on, these will be part of my Designer Mystery 2025. I think I have more of these laying around, but I can't remember. So those are there. And then I did block 8 of Socialites. And here's this. I love how this block came out. I am using hollyhocks and something. It's hollyhocks and roses. That's what I'm using. And there's that. Then what else did I? Then I went off on a tangent. I meant to do more of my Socialites. I do still need to do my Riley Blake designs. The finishing came out on Tuesday, the 26th of May. And when I get to plans, I'll tell you about how I'm going to do that. I was so excited to finish, but I wanted to finish Designer Mystery 2024 and I wanted to find Designer Mystery 2025. And then you'll recall that I went off on a tangent and this room was disgusting and I had emptied the closet, and here's the closet right now. I have room here, and I actually was watching somebody and they used ChatGPT and they put pictures. And ChatGPT gave me a whole bunch of stuff I could do, and I'm going to do another video on that. But it was exciting to see what ChatGPT said, and actually they were kind of complimentary, and they just gave me some small steps to start organizing, which I really liked. I did my first block of my Riley Blake design RBD and Me Sew Your Sewing Room. This has us doing this something, and one thing I didn't like is they put these crosshairs in here that I'm gonna have to cut out. I'm not real happy about that. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna do the other blocks. And when you do these kind of things with like Designs by Juju, you put the batting in here, and I kind of like how that looks because we got some wrinkling going on. Not a lot, not enough for me to be really concerned about, but enough to be aggravated because now I'm gonna have to quilt this. So, well, but I like how my first block came out. I bought the kit from Two Chicks Quilting, so that was good. But I had two kind of finishes. Well, when I took everything out, I don't know if y'all remember that I had done cotton cuts. I had done 2 quilts from cotton cuts, and I had assembled one. And then I had done, this was my first one, the Wild West Puzzle Mystery Quilt from the fall of 2024, and this was my colorway. Well, when I went to assemble my pieces and put them together so I could start assembling it, I couldn't find one set of my pieces. Well, in the mess that I was cleaning out, I found the pieces I was missing. So, yesterday, I assembled my Wild West Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. And I was doing the small version. Now, I'm not in love with this quilt. It's not really my style. I love the colors. But my oldest loves it, so I am going to be finding a backing somewhere and quilting this for her. I will also put a picture of this laid out on the floor at the end. So that came out really cute. So that one was done. Now before I sit down, I had another fully finish. I put a quilt on Miss Moxie. Because this is, I want to get at least 3 or 4 quilts quilted this, I don't know what that's the piece to, but I think that goes there. This is the Stardust Make-A-Wish quilt from, and actually it goes this way. And I even have the binding on it, and here's the quilting on the back. This was my first time ever putting Minky on my long arm, and if you remember, I found a great deal on this Minky at a new to me quilt shop in my town. Not in my town, in the next town over. I live in a little itty bitty town called Elm Springs, and this place is in Springdale. We're an offshoot of Springdale, kinda. So it's only like 2 miles away, 2 or 3 miles away, but it was a new to me quilt store, and I found that backing for $20. So I was extremely happy for that. So that's what I worked on this week. Then I did just cut out, let me tell you about plans now. I did cut out block 8. Yeah, this does go. Yeah, this does go here. I did just cut out block 8 of Socialites. Oh no, this is block 10. Maybe I didn't do block 8. I'll have to see what block 8 is, but this is block 10. Oh, I showed you block 8. This is block 8, and I cut out block 10. So wait, let me just mark off on my list that I did block 8. So then I want to do a little bit of work on, I was gonna pull out something else to go progress and finish, but I decided I'm gonna get caught up on the Riley Blake Design Challenge, my Socialites, and as of tomorrow, I'm gonna have 2 blocks to do on the Fat Quarter by the Dozen. And I starched my one, so I think before I pull another project to finish, I wanna get some of these other things more progressed. So the finishing for the Riley Blake Design Challenge came out on Tuesday. And I was looking at it, and I have 2 sections that, let me show you. This is how the quilt is gonna look. But I have two of these almost ready to be sewn together. So I'm gonna start going out of order so I can finish. And I figure if I do that, I'll feel a little bit more accomplished. So the first one is this upper right quadrant. I have to do block 15. So here's my instructions for block 15, and here are the other 3 blocks that go with that. I made a cheat sheet for what I need to do to put that quadrant together. Then this is the upper right quadrant, and now the lower left quadrant, I need to do block 9. So here are my directions for block 9, and here are my other blocks. So my goal is to get these 2 blocks done and get this assembled, because I will feel more accomplished if I do that way. And then I can work on, because I kind of feel like if I do that, then I'll have 2 like mini projects done. And then I will have to make, I don't even know how many of these things we have to make. We have to make 28. We have to make a whole bunch of these things that are this piece right here. So it will take a while, but that's one thing I want to work on. So that is pretty much all I have done for this week. I did a lot of going through stuff. And then I had a couple days that I actually sat on my couch and read a book on my Kindle. So it felt so good to get a couple things finished. I'm gonna load, I have a bunch of quilts here that to be quilted, and in my progress of cleaning some stuff, I found a whole bunch of long arm backings. So that really excited me because I thought I didn't have as many backings, but I had a lot more than I thought. And my batting for my house quilt came. So I may load that and have that be the next one I do, because I have the binding for that. And then I have a couple other ones that I have bindings already made. I just don't, I'd like to get at least 2 more quilts quilted before the end of June. The thing is, the house quilt is very, very big. But I think that's gonna be the next one I do. But I think what I'm gonna do tonight is, my husband has the race on, it just started, it's like 2 hours late. I'm gonna go watch that for a bit and spend some time with him. And then tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do some quilting. Because I didn't come in here today because I've been doing other things. But I have a couple bins I wanna go through. I wanna progress with my cleaning. I think tomorrow I might come back with another video on what, about with chat, what the prompt I put in. I was watching somebody else and they gave you the prompt. I just edited it for my needs because they were a different kind of crafter. And I thought it was great that it helped me some, and it didn't rip me apart, which was kind of nice. And after reading it, I could see some of the stuff that ChatGPT was saying. I was very, the prompt was very detailed, which I'm trying to learn how to use AI a little bit more than I do. But I'm excited that I have room in the closet. I want to start going through some more stuff, and I need to really figure out my embroidery area, because I can't even get to really the thing. And that's one of the things ChatGPT said. It said you really need to, it actually said I was cluttered. And it was too, it essentially said it was too cluttered. So that, and I just had stuff, and like, I need to do a reset every day, which I kind of like, take 30 minutes and do a reset. And it gave me like 5 days of only doing 30 minutes a day to do some cleaning. I started good, and then I veered off. So that's all I've got, and I hope you all have a great day. I got to do a couple other videos because I was doing good, and I noticed my engagement was picking up, and I got like 10 new subscribers in a week, which was so cool. And I want to welcome you. Thank you. If you like what you see, please hit like, subscribe, and all that. But I will talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful week. I'm enjoying summer vacation. I'm still getting up early in the morning because last summer I slept late. Okay, I started sleeping late, and when that first week came, I had a horrible time getting up. So I'm trying to get up by 7 every morning, which is sleeping late because I get up before 6 on a school day. So I'm trying to not sleep past 7, so when August comes, it will not be a shock to the body. So I will talk to you all soon. Have a great week. All right, bye.